Hey, welcome to Storytime with me. So, special greetings to Bert, I guess. Storytime is just, reading aloud to friends, interesting books, a nice way we enjoyed spending time together. So, I've had to move to the other side of the world, and we have the internet now to stay in touch, so I thought it'd be kind of cool. Surely there's someone else out there who might be interested in this kind of thing. See how we go, but yeah. This is definitely here for you now, Bert, anyway. So, first book, we've already started it, haven't finished it yet. Headhunters of the Amazon, 7 Years of Adventure and Exploration by F.W. Updegraff. And we'll start with a cool little picture in. So you can see it here, not really. Yeah, that'll have to do. Alright, so a little disclaimer at the start. Only really speak English and Irish. There's a few other languages beyond that in here. I will do my best effort at them. Try not to butcher it. If you know any better, let me know in the comments and tell me where I've got to pick up my game. But yeah, I'll do my best for you. So, author's forward. This is an old story, and yet a new one. Since a race of men first began to move over the face of the earth, the desire for fresh discovery has been strong in the human breast. This longing to penetrate the hidden depths of nature, coupled with a sheer love of adventure for adventure's sake, was what drove me to undertake the series of journeys, of which this book forms a simple tale. I claim for it neither scientific nor literary value. It is a mere collection of disjointed records, published in this form in the belief that the youthful, untamed spirits of today will derive pleasure from the contemplation of the wanderings of one of their predecessors, guided by an inscrutable fate. After 20 years of pressure from my friends and several false starts, I have at last succeeded in putting on record this story of my experiences in the little-known forest of the Upper Amazon Basin. There, in the greatest tract of virgin country in the world, I spent some of the most fascinating, as well as some of the most wretched, days of my life, in the company of as fine a set of fellows as a man could wish for at such a time. Fortune threw us in each other's way, but before we parted, we were bound by indissoluble ties of friendship. In all probability, many of my friends and acquaintances of whom I make mention are alive today. Nothing would give me more pleasure than to hear from them, from either themselves or others who knew something of their more recent histories, should this book fall into their hands. The problem of putting into writing an unwritten language is bound to present certain difficulties. These I have met in what appeared to me to be the most practical way, in the case of the Quechua and Jivara words, which I have introduced for the sake of those who are interested in philology. In order to convey as nearly as possible the exact sound of such words, I have spelt them in accordance with the Castilian pronunciation of the alphabet, which certainly renders them much more accurately than with the English one, with its numerous anomalies and variations. Those who take pleasure in studying such matters should note the few important points of distinction between the Spanish and English alphabets before reading the text. To my friend and collaborator, Roger Bacon, I give the credit for the careful compilation of the complex data which form the basis of this story, and take this opportunity of thanking him for his energetic and painstaking assistance in putting the whole thing before the public in readable form. Greater still is a debt which I owe to my mother, who has greatly preserved for me the numerous documents bearing on the case, which have enabled me accurately to record many details which would otherwise have escaped my memory. Finally, I wish to thank Mr. R.B. Cunningham Graham for his very valuable support, so generously given and so little deserved. That my story should be introduced to the public by so distinguished a writer and traveller is indeed my great good fortune. And this is Barcelona, 1921, F.W. Updegraff.